Sup, everybody? Welcome back. We had a good weekend of muddy disc golf. Looked more like Woodstock than the Cancer Playbook Open. What up, what up, what up?
Yo, yeah, you weren't kidding though. Very sloppy conditions out there at the Cancer Open.
Yeah, the Cancer Open.
Can we just talk about the name for a second? No one's really delve into that. I guess it's some website where you like send them information. Obviously, if you're a cancer patient, I did a little research. You send them information about like what you have and how far along you are, and then they send you like the best like health benefits and kind of a playbook as to. But it's also kind of like a weed tailored. So like as soon as you go to the website, there's just like weed.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's what the Cancer Playbook is. My shitty analysis of it right there.
I had no idea what it was. I thought it was just yeah, you're gonna get sick, and I thought maybe it's some kind of charity organization is what I figured it was.
I first saw that it was the Cancer Play. I was like, well, that's a shit name.
It doesn't sound fun.
No, but now it's making more sense where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, the weeds in there. Of course, they have something to do with disc golf. But yeah, the conditions weren't fun, huh?
No, it was well first round, and I hate it. I hate it for go through because they did great. The coverage was good,
Yeah.
and you got to give them a little bit more credit for having the good coverage in that kind of condition. Because I mean, it was awful.
Yeah.
I mean, first round it was raining sideways, like it was bad, but the mud was just yeah. You can't say it was unplayable because they played.
Yeah.
But it was nasty, dude.
Man, I feared for James Conrad's life watching him play that first round.
It was rough watching him throw.
Yeah, I bet he wishes he maybe hadn't played it.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. But
tough.
The great thing about it, though, if you want to look at it this way, it was unsanctioned, so it didn't matter. After he went out there and realized how bad it was, and like you said, every time he threw it, I was like, oh shit!
Yeah.
Like he looked like he was gonna eat ass every time.
Yeah.
Like he said, but I think he was throwing forehands off the tee. Like it was crazy. So, but I mean, at least he knew he didn't have to. He could just be like, "Fuck it," and it didn't. Hurt his rating. He didn't have to really take any chances to getting hurt. You know what I mean?
The which my first impressions of it after watching that first round, I was like, meh. I mean, because the conditions were so bad, and also going back to post produce, which it's tough for the live disc golf boy.
It is. I mean, it is. It's hard to. It's just not the same.
It's not the same. Although a stacked lineup like it was, adds a little extra.
Yeah, it had. I mean, they had some ballers there in MPO, and in FPO. That the field was pretty small. I think there was only 9 players.
Yeah, wasn't many.
But the MPO had some players. But like I said, I hate it because I think that course probably would have filmed cool and been cool if the conditions were better, because I think they would have been going for a lot more, biting off a lot more, and it would have really made that course look cool. You know what I mean? But it was just, there's not much you can do.
Yeah.
When the tee pad is covered, the tee pads were covered in mud.
Absolutely, dude.
And then, I mean, that's not even the fairway. It was crazy. If you haven't watched it, you definitely need to go watch it because it is kind of funny. Like they were to a point where when they walk around, they like have their arms out to keep their balance, and it's just crazy.
That's the worst conditions I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Where'd my camera go? Why am I not here anymore?
I don't know. You're ugly.
Okay, let me try to fix it.
But I can run through FPO real fast while you're doing that.
Got it.
Cat Merch took the win, and another cool thing about the whole thing was it kind of did, and I think it was Obi on our Slack thing. He said it kind of gave him the feeling of like an older, post coverage thing where like after her first round, Cat went out there and was spotting for the MPO.
Yeah,
so it was kind of neat. Like, but yeah, Cat Merch took the win at even, and that was a 207. That was another thing. UDisc was there. I'm jumping all over the place, and I'm sorry. I apologize. UDisc was there. They had live scoring on UDisc. One thing I would, if you're listening, go through and UDisc, if we're going to keep going that way, let's get a tab for it.
Yeah,
because
man.
it was tough.
As soon as you open UDIS, there should be like an option to
Yeah,
go
like
that,
it
just
used
like it
to
used
be.
to be,
Yeah.
for sure.
But like you have to go in and do your settings, because I always have my settings set for a certain amount of miles around here when I search for tournaments, and I kept forgetting to turn that off.
Yeah.
So it obviously wasn't picking up something. It wasn't pulling up something that was in Texas, even though I was putting the name in. It was like, yeah,
Yeah, it did make it feel a little bit less special after this thing's already been kind of hyped up, like, oh, where the fuck did it go? So it's made it a little bit harder to navigate. But once you found it, it worked out just fine. I will say, Cat Merch, I've shot some 207s in my day. So
not in them conditions. You have
no, that's true.
You've never shot a 207 in those conditions.
I don't know. That's like what, a 930 rated round, maybe?
I don't know.
I mean,
I shot a 206 the other day in perfect conditions and felt great about it. So
yeah, I guess it doesn't factor it in the same like PDGA does. I forget that.
It doesn't go by. Yeah, that's the one thing about UDIS.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah, because it doesn't go by. It goes by the course, how the course is normally played.
Yeah,
but
I was actually pretty stoked to think that like me and Kat, I could have competed if I were out there in FPO.
Well, you maybe could have. I mean,
no, not in those conditions.
Those conditions, I couldn't even. I'm too clumsy. I'm too fucking fat and out of balance, dude. I would be on the ground more than, those guys, those pure athletes, those professional athletes were struggling standing up sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah. The 207. So you got first place, Cat Merch. Way to go, Cat. Taking it down. Of course, Rebecca Cox. That's, not hard to believe.
No.
They're in second, but at a whopping 5 strokes back in second place.
Yeah. It wasn't even close.
Yeah. Maria Oliva in third to round off the podium.
And then our girl, Allie Smith.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, you're right, though. Not a huge field in FPO.
Just 9 players. Dude.
Yeah. Which, I mean,
that's a very small one.
It is. I mean, these are going to be smaller. These are going to be smaller than Pro Tour events, obviously. But like,
I thought there'd be more 9 FPO players. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I will also, another thing too, it said $7,500 added cash. And look, this is all speculation. I don't know how true this is, but I'd heard that Gannon only won like $2,000 for first place. Could be complete bullshit. I don't know. Yeah, but if that is true, still $7,500, not a ton. It's kind of interesting to see people championing for it so much if it is, not as much cash. But this is kind of for people. This is for the grinders.
Yeah, but the thing is, if that's what the payout was, if Gannon only got $2,000, don't expect them to keep playing them. Like, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think, especially conditions like that, I would think that one good thing about GoThrow, and it's smart as fuck, Luke does it. He does his research on the players' bags. He names every disc that they throw.
I love that. And
you have to think that manufacturers love that shit because they do not get it at the DGPT now.
Right.
You know what I mean? They refuse to say what disc it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have to think that Josh McCulley said that they said Gannon threw an A5 on coverage. Really? I didn't hear that.
That's what Luke said. He just made a mistake.
Yeah,
okay.
Oh, my bad.
Okay, but every other time he's probably pretty close.
but anyway, you got to think the manufacturers like that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've always admired that he did that too. Plus, their commentary is great.
And that might push manufacturers to want their top players to go play these because their discs are getting the names called.
Yeah.
But also, you got a risk of injury, especially this weekend. Like, I'm glad they did. I'm glad they played through. And the second day wasn't nearly as bad as the first day. The first day just seemed god awful.
Yeah.
But the second day, it was still muddy and still slick, but it wasn't as bad. But like, just a chance of injury in those conditions.
Sure. They were teeing off to the side of the tee box, some of them. Like, that just goes to show you that somehow the ground was less slick than the tee pad.
Yeah.
I also wondered,
mud on concrete probably is less slick than soft ground.
Every time I'd watch them throw, I'd think, why don't they put a towel down?
Yeah.
You know, just carry around a nasty towel. They were already disgusting.
Yeah,
In my head,
bad.
I'm like, why don't you throw a towel down?
Yeah,
Every
I
time
didn't
you
even think
throw.
about that. You know, you've seen people do that plenty of times.
Yeah. It was also one of those, I will say about the course itself, to do I guess done with FPO. I actually didn't watch FPO, to be honest with you. We just had to cover that. But
I don't even know if it's out yet.
Okay, well,
yeah, I've watched.
I know.
I've watched the lead card and chase card of the MPO,
Yeah,
but I haven't watched any FPO yet.
That's true. But fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. Shit. Oh, yeah, watching the course itself, though, man, there's so many fucking trees in the way. I will say that, and that not the best conditions for the amount of trees that are there.
No,
Our boy
for sure.
Bergnerd plays that course sometimes, and he mentioned that he's like, that course gets pretty gross whenever it's raining, and it's raining currently. So.
Yeah. He kind of had a heads up on. He's like, dude, doesn't get good. They said even like in good conditions, an even round is 1,000 rated. There.
Wow.
On that layout, an even round is 1,000 rated.
I believe it.
Yeah, it's a tough course, but I would have loved to see them play it, and I hope they go back. Like, I would love to see them play that in good conditions, because there's some cool there's tight lines, but those lines are lines that they would normally hit, and I would love to see them do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess that's why the first round for me was kind of tough to watch, because it's like, man, you're not really watching these guys play it, you know, the best that they can with the conditions that they're given. But especially, once again, with all the trees in the way. But that was the first event. On to the next one. Yeah, let's do MPO. Gannon Burr, of course, won. It got pretty tight there between Emerson, Gannon, and Raven. And but you know,
I would like to see another round.
Yeah, that could have.
Well, maybe if the conditions were right. 2 rounds of that shit was plenty.
Enough.
But if it had been better conditions, I would have liked to see another round, because yeah, I mean, Raven Newsom had a 2-stroke lead in the middle of the final round, like right there in the middle, and then Gannon came back, and then Emerson Keith made a charge, and it was
Emerson played his ass off.
Yeah, he did. But that's his home course. They said he lives like 10 minutes away from there.
Look at these round ratings: 283. Emerson's last round with a 6 under. Who knows what a 283 is? Who can transfer that to PDGA?
Well, they say 300 is perfect score. They said
that's your 1100.
They say if you think about the scores on UDisc as bowling scores is the best way to do it.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
So 300 is perfect game. Shit. It must be 1100. Yeah, I guess the 300 must be 1100
too, though. Is that acing every hole? Is that the perfect?
Well, I would think they call it perfect round 18 under. So, yeah. I mean, I guess maybe that's I don't know. Who fucking knows?
You could get perfecter though. Hey, did you notice that Luke kept saying lefter and righter?
No.
It's like it's lefter than that. I think that's what the word I kept hearing it, and I was like, that's fine.
I tell you what, I'm gonna suck it on it a little bit, but man, I love Luke and Top all together.
Yeah.
They're just chill.
DGN you know on Valium.
Yeah,
they're great.
They're great. I would rather have them than most people.
Easy, pal.
Most people.
More than DOS?
More than DOS for sure.
I want 2 DOSes to do DGN.
Jesus fuck.
They'd just be down each other's throats the whole time.
Yeah. No, that's not what I would have did.
I don't know, Nate. Nate. That was a bad shot.
No, not really. That would be awful.
It really would be. No, their commentary is great though. Let's run through this. We'll do the top 10 MPO. Got Gannon, Emerson 2nd place, and if my screen Raven
Newsom. Yeah.
Of course, you got Niklas, Austin Turner.
Yeah, it was fun watching him play the lead card.
Yeah, you don't get to see that very often.
No, that boy's got all kinds of power.
Yeah,
all kinds.
Only throws one angle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Matt Bell, of course, up there. Chandler Kramer, Texas boy.
Friend of the pod.
Nico, Gavin Babcock, Jesse Niemanen, and Nathan Queen.
Queen in there, top 10. Yeah, they was, man. I liked it. I wish the conditions were better. I hate that. I hate that was their first thing. You know? What I mean?
Yeah. The first one, like I said, for the first round, also definitely was hard to watch. But
yeah, I just hate that was their first, because I've been fired up for it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And they did. The coverage wasn't. There was nothing wrong with the coverage.
No,
Like the
no, no,
coverage
of course.
was great.
Oh yeah.
It just the play and just the conditions were just so fucking bad.
Yeah,
man.
just unfortunate, I guess. That the first
yeah.
one kind of went that
Because
way.
you know they've went hard trying to get that ready, and Mother Nature just didn't fucking help. Dude. She's like, nah.
Here's mud and trees.
The trees ain't. I don't have an issue with the trees. Like, I don't want to see them play easy fucking courses. Like, I'm done with that. Like, I don't want to see them play Las Vegas. I want to see them play harder courses.
Me too, but I don't want to see them all bogeying and shit.
But I don't think they would have been if the conditions weren't bad.
Right.
Like, I don't.
Not as
I think
not as
they'd
much.
be. I think they'd be hitting those gaps. Like, I think they'd be hitting them. Like, I really do. I mean, they're the best players in the world.
So you're saying footing is important?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, whenever they're not even even trying to run up at all. They're just throwing everything standstill. Yeah, it's gonna throw you off a little bit.
Oh yeah, watching James Conrad throw forehand off the tee, multiple forehand shots out of rough.
I don't want to just keep repeating it, but I seriously was scared to death every time he ran up on a tee shot.
Absolutely.
I was like, oh.
Has anyone checked on him recently? Notable mention, and I haven't read it anywhere, but Barsby DNF'd, unsanctioned.
Yeah,
I mean, fuck pride. You know what I mean? Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I mean, if you're playing like shit, and that
could be injury.
Well, or maybe he just didn't want to take a chance.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, he's got Waco this week. He always does very good at fucking Waco. Why fucking around and fall down? Or maybe he fell down one time and he's like, "Hey, fuck that." You know what I mean? Who knows?
There are people that are so not dumb. It's so obtuse to be like, no, any DNF is. Have you ever seen people post about it?
Yeah.
Or like anytime someone DNFs, it's like, sounds like a pussy. Where's your honor?
Yeah, it's crazy. But
there's quite a few DNFs.
Yeah.
No one really worth mentioning other than Barsby.
I don't fucking blame them, dude. That was brutal. Like, I wouldn't do it. Like, half of that.
If the payout was $2,000, I wouldn't do it again. No, I'm just kidding.
No, yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, there might be a big payout at the end too,
right,
for the whole series.
Of course.
But I don't know. And that's all. We don't know how much they paid out. I have not read that anywhere.
I read it on. Listen, here's the thing. I read it on Reddit like a day or two ago, and my dumbass didn't save it. And also, that's just a person on the internet.
Yeah.
But $7,500 added cash. I mean, it couldn't have been too much.
But the thing is, we don't know how many they paid out.
I would imagine with the field being as stacked as it was, you don't think they would do at least fucking 30, 45 to 40, maybe?
No, that was the reason they're not sanctioned. They wanted to pay out. They wanted to give the winners or the top players more money. That was one of the reasons.
Boy, I bet there was a lot of people that went home thinking that was a waste of fucking time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But we'll move on from that. That was fun. On to the net. When is the next Growth Throw event? Do you know off the top of your head?
When is it? I don't know.
All right.
I know where it is, but I don't know when it is.
Okay, where is it?
It's not the where is it, Josh? It's not the preserve.
Shouldn't have put you on the spot.
No, I should know. I have it right here. I just looked at it earlier today. I'm just a fucking old burnout, dude.
Bruh, that's why we play the frisbees. People look at this sport.
Yeah, Persimmon Ridge. It's the one where that Swiss and Jefferson.
They said it's quite the hang.
They said it was. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Jefferson said it was one of his favorite courses he's ever played.
Persimmon Ridge. Persimmon. Moving on, Proctor made an injury update. He said that he has an MRI scheduled. Said that he had a what's it called? X-ray, and looks like there's some inflammation. They don't really know exactly what it is. So he's hoping to figure that out. Hoping to be back by Music City Open. So he's going to miss the Texas portion. Sucks. And he signed up for a C tier this coming weekend, and he's going to be playing lefty. Mention that in the post.
That's pretty awesome. I hope it's
could you imagine just being that fucking good that you're like, I will see what happens. Just sign up for the C tier, play it left-handed. And you look at his form too, like it's weird. It's a different, but his left-hand form is better than my right-hand form.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Definitely better than mine.
Disheartening.
Yeah. He's a professional.
Oh yeah.
He's a pro.
Yeah. Maple Hill
I
champ.
just hope whatever the MRI comes back clean.
Of course.
I hate that, you know.
Yeah. Well wishes, thoughts, prayers. If you do them, send them to James Proctor rather,
and James Conrad.
He
almost died.
Yeah. And that score after the first round was
brutal. He quit. He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah. After that,
I think a lot of them probably, you know, they were just like, fuck it.
Yeah. I keep forgetting that too when I'm thinking, you know, when we're discussing it. But there's still pride on the line, of course.
I mean, I guess to a point. I don't think.
Discraft teases something. Looks like it's just the Ricky logo, the Raptor logo says 313. Prepare for launch.
Yeah, it's his website.
Yeah, so
yeah, it's his. You know how each Discraft player has their own website. That's what it's going to be.
It's going to be the website.
Yeah, okay. All his apparel, what disc he has available, that kind of thing. I mean, you can go to any of them players and see what it's going to look like. They're all kind of copycat, or copy paste.
Prepare for launch. I get it.
You said you didn't like the Raptor logo.
You know, looking at it right here, I don't hate it. I go back and forth. I see the W too right there at the bottom at the neck. I just now noticed that. Looking at it right here, I don't hate it, but seeing it on his shirt, I'm always like, ugh. I don't love it on the shirt. Maybe it's too big, but you want it to be at least sizable enough for you to be able to see it. I don't know what it is. Maybe I hate it. I think I might hate it. Maybe I don't.
I don't hate it. Like when we were talking about it earlier, I think it's better than the sake bomb thing. I never did like the sake.
Yeah,
it's just he's kind of known as like Raptor Legs Ricky more than he is sake bomb nowadays. I guess.
Yeah, nowadays maybe back then, sake bomb's not that cool.
No,
and it's just a drink.
It's just a drink, exactly.
Yeah,
I like the Raptor better than that, but yeah. I mean, it kind of looks like a fucking sock puppet.
At the end of the day, you gotta. Yeah, that's what he should have done. Was just the sock puppet into an R. At the end of the day, you got to think of a logo, and it's got to be tough not to go with like the cliche your first and last initial bound together into a weird thing. And so I don't know. It's different.
I think Discraft's probably the best at marketing their players for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not even close, right?
For sure.
Like, it's not even.
Yeah, I would agree.
Not even close.
They have to be the best.
They really do. And with the new Rick, with this while we're on Ricky here, he's not going to be putting with his new whatever those putters are called, the Raptor skin or.
Yeah,
whatever the fuck they're called, the proto. Yeah, he's just going to be throwing those.
That is such a fucking shocker to me. So the Raptor skin is strictly aesthetic.
They say you can feel it.
But yeah, but why the fuck wouldn't he put that on his putting putter?
I don't know.
Right?
Like I don't know. I don't know.
I guess you don't want that.
I wouldn't want to feel it on my thumb. I don't think.
But in my head, I'm like, he's going to putt with that. Didn't everyone think that?
Yeah. I think he was planning on it. I don't think they got it to the foreskin wrestler putter. All right, I gotta say that out loud. Josh said it's being called the foreskin Raptor Razzler putter. It's got the razzle dazzle foreskin on it, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very surprising.
He for sure was planning on putting on it.
Yeah,
I mean, or putting with it, like because he was practicing with it. I guess they just couldn't get it to where he wanted it, or he just fell in love with them focuses. And he's like, "Yeah, fuck it, I'll just go with the focus. I'll throw this one every once in a while."
What's going to be really wild is when he says "fuck the Raptor putter" and keeps throwing a Luna.
Very possible.
I actually didn't watch the In the Back. Cully, thank you for watching that, for filling us in earlier on some things, especially with that, because we would have kept going with that narrative that he was going to putt with the Raptor putter.
No Lunas and 72 zones.
Got a bunch of zones. Yeah,
and I kind of picked up on his plethora of zones in his videos whenever he was trying to figure out his bag. Like he's got one of each when they make it. They make 72.
Sure.
They make 72 zones and he's carrying one of each of them. With Ricky's apparel coming out and jerseys coming out, What is like? Let's just keep it Discraft because they're on top of the game when it comes to jerseys too. What is your favorite? Like, which one is your favorite player's jersey that's out there right now?
I really liked Goose's jerseys from a year or two ago, with like the strapped arm thing. Just Discraft, of course.
Oh, you can go with anything. I mean, there's no rules.
So I'm gonna have to go with, in lieu of our last guest, Cardinal, the Joey Tamale jersey. I really actually do like that baseball style. But as far as Discraft goes, man, pick any one of AB's.
Yeah, he has some fucking nasty ones for sure. I was looking at him earlier trying to figure out which one I like the most, and AB's are like, he has multiple ones. I was like, damn. Yeah. I also like Goose's. That was like, I like the OD green one. It looks like a flat suit kind of.
Yeah,
I dig that a lot. Me being a homer, being of all, I love Chris Dickerson's.
Yeah.
I really do.
Everything is camo.
No one I have isn't camo at all.
Oh, yeah, it's the orange.
It's a smoky gray with the Smoky Mountains in the background with the orange stripe down the back.
But everything else is camo.
A lot of it is camo, yeah, for sure. Oh, that's it. That's his, that's his thing.
Yeah, which thank God he's the best player from the South. One of the best player. Yeah. I guess best player from the South. Is that fair?
I don't know.
The Southeast,
Ezra and fucking Isaac.
Fuck! Why did I forget that they're from Georgia?
Yeah, there's a lot.
He's not the best player from the South. I take that back.
He's probably the highest rated.
No, surely not over Ezra and Isaac. Actually, just today I noticed that Ezra is 1 point higher rated than Isaac.
Yeah,
as of today, ratings update, and he posted about it, and that's funny.
Yeah, they like giving each other hell. I love that.
Oh yeah,
I mean that's good. That's good, healthy fun there. Good, healthy fun.
Just like your brother used to do when you were a kid. Hold you down, spit in your face.
Yeah,
good old family stuff. Just like bros.
I don't know if we want to compare that whole fucking situation at all.
Different dynamic.
A little bit different. Yeah. A little bit different.
Just like your brother used to do. He'd punch you in the stomach and then run away as you cried. Could you imagine? What if they were that rough with each other? The Robinson brothers.
And they might be. I bet you that Isaac's the older one, right?
Yes.
Am I right about that?
Yes.
Okay.
That's correct.
So I bet they were pretty. There's a bunch of them too.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Those are just the two best disc golfers. The rest of them are disc golfers too. They're just the two best disc golfers.
I'm gonna be wrong about this.
Yeah.
But I want to say there's like 9 of them.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's a fucking bunch of them.
Very traditional down there here in the South.
Maybe it's 7, but it's a bunch. Yeah. Like it's a big fucking family. Maybe it's 9 with the parents, but there's a bunch of them.
Well, they do live on a disc golf farm.
Yes, they do.
Like a giant farm with a course built on it. So, I mean, kind of makes sense. You need all the farm hands. You need all the working. Like I said, they keep it very traditional in the Robinson family. Moving on. DGPT moves forward with basket testing. It looks like they are going to be so a couple months ago they did the testing of the testing.
The testing, they tested the test. Yes.
Yeah, and then this time they're like, all right, so this is the actual.
We're for real gonna do it.
We're for real gonna do it, guys. So what you gotta do is send your baskets to us for approval, and we'll let you know. I wonder who's gonna get it. The big few.
Are they? I mean, you're gonna get your mock X's for sure, and your disc catchers, and I mean, hopefully the Titan 35 will sneak in there. Yeah. I mean, I'd love to see those on the course. I wouldn't mind seeing the Felix.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if Helix. I'm sorry. Yeah, Helix. I wouldn't mind seeing it. Maybe that'll make it. I'm not. I mean, we don't know, but maybe Prodigy will have.
Dude, what if Prodigy didn't get approved?
I mean, they're not going to narrow it down to one, right? They're just going to. Oh shit! It scared me, but it's going to. Everything's got to be approved. It's not. They're not going to take it to be like this is the basket of the DGPT, and it's going to be. It's just everywhere. It's got to have one of those approved baskets.
Yeah. But I mean.
Which ones do you think won't make it? Like, Do you think the veteran? Do you think the veteran? Will
Maybe
make
the
it?
veteran won't make it.
A lot of people hate the veteran,
and then that would mean that's Dynamic's basket,
Mhm.
right? Like that's their big
Mhm.
basket.
Yep.
And if they didn't get it, that would be what I'm saying is like if one of these manufacturers, one of these big manufacturers didn't get the approval, that would be a fucking punch right in the gut.
It would be yeah, it definitely be a punch in the gut,
You know,
for sure. It
That'd
would be
tough.
it would be tough.
Like what's Willie Shoestrick gonna do if his Prodigy basket doesn't make it on? That's
I don't know. I mean, it's just DGPT. I mean, they're still going to put them all over the fucking East Tennessee.
There's no way.
North Georgia.
Yeah, sure. There's no way though if it's a sponsored event by that manufacturer that they just can't have their baskets there.
Well, I mean, you think, right?
So this kind of seems like nonsense then. I don't know, because if everyone's, you would think everyone's gonna have at least one of their baskets approved by the DGPT.
The bigs.
The bigs. Yes.
The bigs. So we're talking Innova, disc catchers, Bonk X's, whatever Prodigy's putting out. I don't even know what the hell the new ones are called. T3s. What else do we got? Veterans will be out there.
Yeah.
Maybe the Helix.
Chain Stars. Did we mention Chain Stars? Did you say
no?
That's their basket, right? The Chain Star is Discrafts.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be at fucking a good bit of events. I mean, this seems almost, and because I don't know much about it, just speaking out of speculation, it seems kind of silly to even do this because whatever manufacturer is sponsoring the event, they're gonna have their fucking baskets out there. I'm assuming
what's MVPs? The Black Hole? Is that their top one?
I would think something like that. Make a good basket.
Josh, look that up. What's MVP's pro basket? I want to say it's a Black Hole, but there might be something else too.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like I've seen Black Hole enough at a course that
I've definitely played on them.
Yeah. They're not just practice baskets, guys. Black Hole Pros.
Yeah, they're I like those a lot.
Oh yeah,
they catch great.
Yeah, there for a while. I don't know if they still are. They were the best practice basket.
Oh yeah, Axiom.
So.
Yeah, for sure. All righty, let's pay some bills.
All right, let's do it. First up, let's talk a little bit about our friend Russell Discoff, man. I mean, he may be the best place for quality used discs, from high-end collectibles to budget-friendly throwers. Let's take a gander.
Let's peruse.
Of course, we're looking at Discraft. McCulley is in control. And
it's all he ever fucking looks at.
Yeah. And as you can see here, plenty of Discraft. Got some 6 claws over here. 6 claws up. I mean, a plethora of whatever Discraft disc with 6 claws on it. Russell Discoff has it.
Well, you know you're looking for 6 claws.
Probably.
Look at these, though. This is what you want to look at.
To appease our boy Gibbs.
He's got a fucking Gyrapalooza box just sitting there with a golden ticket in it. Oh, look at that glitch. Oh, that's the Glitch World Championship. Ooh, I like that.
That is pretty. But yeah, he has, like I said, budget-friendly throwers, and of course, collectibles. Every time I go there, every time he sets his pop-up up.
Ooh, there's that fucking Nomad.
I'm buying some kind of badass T-Bird that is hard to find.
I want that Nomad. For sure.
Yeah.
Russell Discoff is he's got what you need, what you want. Go get you a well-loved disc that's already broke in. Mm-hmm. It's got that overstability that you want to break out of it already done.
Yes.
And you get it for cheaper. Yeah. I mean, it's a fucking win.
Or get you a disc that's not very loved.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Get your new one and love it your fucking self.
Discs need love. And of course, he's got apparel. Support the guy by wearing his brand on your shirt, just like I do. You see here? Russell Discoff. Cool design. I have a few different. I have that shirt. I have that shirt. I have that bag. I have that mini. Got that hat.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. I support yeah, I do. And here's the thing. I use code CVP10 at checkout, and I get 10% off.
You damn right.
And you should too.
And you want to know what else you can do?
What?
You can pair that shit with Ship 50. And when you spend $50, free shipping.
It's a good deal.
You can't beat that.
Yeah. Who doesn't like free shipping?
I love free shipping.
Yeah.
If you tell me free shipping on something, I'm buying from. I mean,
Yeah, of course.
I hate paying for shipping.
So what? He's not Amazon. He can't just give you shipping for free.
You're gonna
It's not
spend
Russell
$50.
Disc Golf Prime.
You're gonna spend $50 anyway.
Yeah.
Once you see his selection, you're going to spend $50.
Yeah, your wife's going to kick your ass for spending more than that. You'll exceed it most likely.
You know what? It's like this. If your wife is in a bad mood, like say you come home, she's pissed off for some reason. Who knows what?
Sure.
It's a woman. It's
Hey,
a woman.
come
You know
on.
what I mean? So she's mad.
Yes.
You go in there, you get on the fucking computer,
Mm.
you order $50 worth of shit from Russell Disc
Yeah.
Golf. You use CV Pod or
CVP
10 and the ship 50.
Yeah.
You get your free shipping. Guess what? She's already pissed.
Ain't gonna matter.
It ain't gonna matter. She's already mad.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say then she'll be happy.
No.
Knowing that you made all the savings.
No. She's still gonna be pissed.
Honey, don't worry. I paired with code SHIP50 to get free shipping.
No, she's still gonna be pissed, but she's
Still
not
ain't
gonna
gonna
be any more pissed.
Right. Yeah, you can't.
What's she gonna do? Cut you off twice?
Yeah. Doubtfully.
Doubtfully.
Not
Probably. I mean, if she's being a real super cunt, you don't even want him anyway.
Not over some budget-friendly throwers
Yeah.
and high-end collectibles.
Yeah.
I mean, if she sees his stock, she may even understand.
Yeah. If she sees that Nomad with the flaming head spinning around it, what's she gonna do?
Come on. Jesus. Hate it when you do that. Gets me every time. I think there's an intruder in my house, and there's never anyone here. Hyzer Creep. This is our longest affiliate that we've had the longest. Those guys make horror-inspired disc golf apparel, like you see here on the screen. You got their newest design dropping will be Bound by Chains. It's a Hellraiser themed thing, pretty sick. Of course, you got Michael Myers here with the Hyzer Creep logo. You got Art the Clown from the Terrifier series.
Hyzer.
For copyright purposes, they're smart over there. They know better than to use Terrifier. Plus just their regular ass, like their logo. I love the purple.
I like
shirt.
the purple and black. Yeah, I like it a lot.
I really do. Go support those guys. They're awesome. If you use code CVPOD, you'll get 15% off. So a little bit more than what you get with Russell Disc Golf. Not to deter you from going to Russell Disc Golf. You should definitely go buy your Frisbees there. And then maybe when you're done, your wife's already pissed.
She's mad.
Go to HyzerCreepDiscGolf.com and use code CVPOD and get 15% off and support those fellas.
And like Trevor has mentioned, there's a very good chance if you listen to this podcast, you have a golf girlfriend that might have big tits.
Probably.
We don't know.
If she's goth, probably.
I mean, they kind of go hand in hand, right?
Yes.
So what would a goth girlfriend / wife with big tits like more than a horror themed disc golf hoodie?
I heard horror.
Or
you're not wrong.
Hey.
Yeah, that's the thing too, is like if you get her the hoodie, she may not even know, maybe she doesn't give a shit about disc golf, but she's going to see that it's got like a knife in it and it's red and it's leaking. She's gonna be like, that's dark. I like it. Did you get it at Hot Topic? No. HyzerCreepDiscGolf.com. Get us more of that stuff.
Yeah. She's gonna love it.
She's gonna love it. Moving on. Declip. We're finally gonna start saying it right. We said Declip for a long time, spitting in our poor friend Hans's face.
Yeah.
The owner over at Declip. We're sorry. It is Declip. D''clip, obviously. Declip. So he's got warm-up tools like Declip.
Yes. And I'm telling you, warming up before you get out there and play around gets more and more important the older you get.
Yeah.
And we know by our analytics, we know you guys are a bunch of middle-aged dudes. So you're probably not in the best shape. Some of you probably are. Some of you probably aren't. And let's just be honest. You go out there, you throw, and next thing you know, you get done, your elbow's fucking hurting.
Yeah.
Your hip's hurting. If you're like me, I can't play around without fucking hurting somewhere.
Yeah.
It's because before I got the clip, I wasn't properly warming up. And
this thing has 100% changed your life.
It really has. It cured
my cancer. The clip.
that's not, we can't say that legally, but
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm into some homeopathic stuff here recently, and I'm gonna say it. I think that it played a part. Just kidding. It's not
But
cute.
yeah, you can. I mean, use it to warm up. Take you some like soft swings with the added weight that the clip provides when you clip it to your disc.
Yeah.
Just get warmed up. Use it to warm up your wrist and train your wrist. It's not just a warm up tool; it's also a trainer.
Mhm.
It's made a huge difference in my game. You've heard it. Forehand, backhand helps with being able to control your angles and know your angles.
Yeah.
It really does. Like it's a good training, and it's a good training and warm up tool.
Absolutely. And Gibbs, we worked together, so he was lifting some boxes earlier, and someone noticed, like, wow, your wrist control is great. And he looked at him and said, the clip.
Yeah.
I mean, the product really sells itself. Plus, he's got what's the chalk bags called?
Chalk pockets.
Chalk pockets. He's got the chalk pockets for what I like to call discrete chalk application.
Yeah.
Just if you don't want to be a fucking blowhard with your chalk bag, you can just stick your fingers in the pockets, couple pats against the your other hand, and it's gonna distribute chalk only on the parts that you need it distributed, which is the palm of one hand.
In the fingers.
And he's got cool designs on the bags. Go support our friend Hans over at Declip, because if you use code, what is it? CVPod. If you use code CVPod, you're going to get 20% off. You see how we're going up in tiers from 10, 15, 20, 20% off. So if your wife was pissed after the Russell Disc Golf thing, but then you got her the hoodie from Hyzer Creep, she's feeling a little bit better, but still upset that you're spending so much fucking money. Just be like, don't worry, honey.
Let's just be honest. Your wife's probably a bitch.
And you should divorce her. Let's be real. You should be divorced by the time you make it to declip.com. By the time you make it there, she should already be in the car, gone, going to her parents.
And you're buying racks.
And you're buying racks.
Because he also has premium ass racks, dude. The best racks in the game, in my opinion. They're great. Like they go straight to your wall. You don't have to worry about them being wobbly and top heavy, and they're out of the way. You don't have to worry about it being in the floor and taking up floor space. These suckers are strong.
Yeah. You
can hang your bags from them. You can hang your jacket from them. If you got wet socks and shoes, you can hang that shit from them.
Absolutely.
They're good. And
Bananas.
Check this out. They're not the cheapest things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah.
If you want a cheap ass shoe rack, go buy you a cheap ass shoe rack, and that's what you get. These are premium racks.
Yeah.
Thing is, though,
this is high quality shit we're talking
the more
about.
shit costs, the more you save when you get 20% off using CV Pod.
It's true.
So 20% off of 100 is $20 that we can save you.
Absolutely.
That's killer savings, guys.
Yeah.
And you're getting a premium rack.
With the code that we give you, you could buy one of these racks for around the price that it would cost you to buy like 3 or 4 at Walmart. So just go to declip.com.
Yeah, those things suck. I got one. It sucks, dude. I'm constantly going to pick.
Do you want them to sag in the middle?
Yeah, they're trash.
Looks like shit on your wall. Yeah. Go support Hans over there at Declip.
Hans is the man. He's coming in this week.
He is the man.
He's coming in. He's going to play Rounds on the River.
Yes. Yes. A tournament that we are playing.
Russell Disc Golf is throwing.
Yes.
Everything comes. It's full circle,
baby. It really is. If only the boys from Hyzer Creek could be there. Somehow.
Yeah. Just show up.
We should get them to sponsor a hole.
Yeah. They'd be there in the heart.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
They'll be there in heart. When I'm wearing one of their shirts, they'll be there. We got Hyzer Creek sponsored players coming to play from North Georgia, so they will be there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Drew's
it really is coming in full circle.
Yeah, Drew's going to be coming.
Really?
So, yeah. So
we'll finally get to meet him.
Yeah.
Drew. Shout out to our boy
Drew. It, baby.
Just Drew it is his handle on everything, I think. But he has been a longtime supporter of the show, maybe since close to the inception, close to my inception. He's been my fan. He's been a fan of our show since day one.
All right, we're done with paying the bills and selling their shit.
Yeah, that took a while.
Now, you got any money left? Go on our fucking link tree and just donate to the podcast. Fuck
yeah.
Let's just be honest. We ain't making shit.
Yeah, everything else will just go to us.
Fuck your wife. She's gonna be real pissed when you just give us free money.
Yeah, apologize to your wife for everything, the argument that you just got into, and how narrow-minded you were being.
And that you listened to a stupid podcast that told you to do all that.
Yeah, because it was not true.
No, she's probably a really good lady.
Most likely.
More than likely.
You wrote a question in here.
I did.
How do people narrow down molds after the off season?
Yeah, because I'm going through it right now. That's what I'm going through right now. Like during the off season, I'm always trying to form changes and trying to get a little bit faster, a little more spin. I'm always doing something to try to get better, right? Sometimes it don't work. I will say this, and I mentioned this to you. I've been doing a lot of shit this off season, and it didn't seem like it was doing anything. And then like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, it all started feeling better.
Yeah.
Like it all came together. I am getting a little more distance, not as accurate as what I was, but definitely less effort, maybe 15, 20 foot further, but less effort, which is nice. When you get my age and your body's took a beating, like it's nice, right? But now I've tried new molds, I've been putting shit in the bag to fucking use, and I've been forcing myself to use it to see if I liked it on the course, And now it's time. We got a tournament this weekend. It's my first tournament of the year, kind of like first, bigger tournament or 2-round tournament, whatever. And I'm trying to go through make sure I don't have any overlap.
Yeah.
And I just wonder if what's like the method that people use. Like, I'm not sure that you even have much of an issue with this because you kind of stick with the same shit a lot.
I pretty much. I mean, very seldom does my bag change. They pretty much,
But like, this week or yesterday, I took my bag out the field and did like an hour and a half field work and tried to narrow some shit out.
Mm-hmm.
And it needed it so bad. I had 3 this in there that all were pretty much the same exact flight.
Too much overlap.
I mean, the same exact flight. And it's hard. Like when it comes down to it, you have 3 discs the same exact flight. Do you just go by hand feel? Do you go by the one you have the most confidence in?
Yeah.
The plastic that feels the best in your hand? Like, obviously, if something feels like shit, it's not going to be your choice.
Sure.
But like, I've got 2 right now. I've got an OTB Vanish and a Neutron Wave. The Neutron Wave is surprisingly more overstable than what you'd think it would be. And that Vanish is crazy overstable. The OTB run is nuts. Like it's
compared to
I can't turn it. And I've got a Neutron Vanish that I can't even throw. It's too fucking flippy.
Right.
And this one I can't turn it. It just stays straight with a fade, like a 11. It's my 11. It's an 11 speed that stays dead straight and then fades at the end. Like a T-bird.
Yeah.
But like a beat-in T-bird. Let's say that's what you would compare it to, but it goes a little farther because that's 11 speed. And that wave, the same exact way. And I don't know what to do. So I'm just curious what our listeners do, like whenever they go to trying to get rid of overlap or, you know what I mean? Let's see what Josh says. Do you prefer more molds or less molds that you beat in? That's a good question. Yeah, like I like my molds beat in by the time that like spring gets here.
Yeah.
And I want to keep them that way. And I also, I'm constantly throwing other shit in the field to try to get this in case something happens. You know what I mean?
A lot of people go with that method. That actually, I don't. That's one thing that I don't really rely on a lot. I kind of want the disc to fly that way for as long as possible. Whatever I get it, however I get it, like that's the way I want it to fly, 2 or 3 years later. Now, I do have a couple discs that are beat in that I may keep in the bag, but yeah, there's only a couple discs actually in that instance that are beat into a less stable flight that I keep in the bag. I'll cycle through them and get the new one.
Yeah.
Personally. And I also have like holes in my bag where like I don't have, for instance, right now, I don't have an understable mid-range and I don't have, well, no, that's pretty much it really. I have my overstables. I don't have an overstable mid-range to be fair, but I do have like an approach disc. So that's good enough for me. Like I have an old A2 that's beat in to where I can throw it just about as far as I may be able to throw like how I'd want an overstable buzz shot to fly.
Yeah.
Like pretty close to it. So my bag is just kind of all over. I just kind of make the discs that I like that are in my bag kind of work.
Yeah.
Personally, I think that's kind of how I do it.
Well, you definitely do, like, because you're very good at like finessing the buzz. Like you don't, I don't think that you really. The whole time we've played for years together, I've never really seen you with an understable mid.
Yeah,
It's like you can finesse the buzz to make it make it do what you would.
I like
do
the
with
force
it.
overshot.
Yeah.
So a lot of understable discs kind of fall to the wayside for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now Josh makes a good point right here. He says he's got nine molds in his bag, which doesn't complete disc shot selection. Then that makes sense. My ideal, and this is what I want to do, right? I want to have like a speed gap, right? So let's go putters, mids, or putters, approach, mids, fairway, and then distance drivers, right? And ideally, I would want 3 of each.
Yeah.
Right? You're understable, you're straight, you're overstable. Now, approach disc, I don't really see any reason to have an understable approach disc because I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Throw a putter.
Yeah. But
right?
I do want an understable, mid, like my mids. I actually carry an extra. I carry 4 mids. I have the Paradox, which is no, I don't even. I'm not even bagging that. Scratch that. I'm not even bagging
Your
that.
bag
anymore.
does change.
Yeah, I've got a detour that's a understable detour.
Yeah,
I have a hex and a reactor.
Yeah,
and then I have the pyro. That and that's my mid lineup. I'm fine with. Like I'm good. That's where I'm fine with my putters too.
Yeah.
I'm good with my putters. It's just the drive. It's like the fairways.
Yeah, I would say for me personally, it's the distance drivers where I'm finding a hard I don't really know where.
Yeah, I think that's the one that I'm always searching for the right distance driver.
Yeah, I guess it's because we can only throw them a little bit further than we can throw our fairways.
15 foot. Honestly, I'm so much more comfortable with my 7 and 8 speeds. I probably should just throw those.
Yeah, I should just bag buzzes and like T-birds and cicadas.
Yeah.
Really
honestly, that's a really good idea. Yeah. Like it really is. I'm like right now and recently, and everybody knows I'm a gyro guy. But boy, oh boy, that Eagle L.
Yeah, I'm wanting to see it.
That new Eagle L, man, it's in there and it's not coming out.
Really? Let me throw it.
No, yeah, anytime, dude.
I'm gonna try
it's a straight, and then if it does once it slows down, it fades good.
Yeah.
But it's so reliable.
The reliable
dude.
finish that an Eagle.
Yes, yeah. I would assume it's like a beat-in Eagle. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what they sell. That's what their selling point. Yeah. That's their selling point. Is like you don't have to beat this one in; it's already beat in. And I'm telling you, it is. I've only thrown one other Eagle that I really enjoyed, and I lost it in a lake. And I've bought 3 or 4 other Eagles since then, and just didn't jive with them. They were more like a 7-speed Firebird, and this Eagle L, it's the one, dude.
I saw somewhere recently that somebody said the new Barsby Eagles are even less stable.
Well, I hope so, because I've bought Barsby Eagles and they're fucking beef.
Yeah.
I mean, straight beef.
That'd be surprising if so, though, because he throws far, and you'd think they tailored the disc to suit him. And
I mean, it could be the plastic. And see, I don't know. Like they're going with that Champ Proto Glow on a lot of their new tour series. But that Eagle L, man, I'm telling you,
money.
Like immediately, if I got to hit a gap, that's like if I got to throw something that I know will push straight for 300 and fade, I'm grabbing it. It's immediate. Like it's wild. Like it's a great disc. If you throw 330, 340, pushing 350 at max, like try the Eagle L.
Yeah,
you will not be upset. Like
if you throw further than that, throw it and then tell us how it flies.
Yeah, tell us how big arm guys or gals. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. There's some guys.
I will say this. we've busted on fucking Prodigy enough about flashing. That eagle had some gnarly flashing.
Oh man, Innova has been notorious for flashing.
Yeah, it had some
They have.
gnarly flashing. Every time I get around the homie deals, he's got one of those disc doctors hanging from his ridge roller, and I'll just walk over there.
I bought an Innova disc today.
I just walk over there while he's throwing and start just working on it. I've got it about gone now, but besides the flashing, it's a great disc.
Yeah, Innova, I've seen a lot of bad flashing on Innova discs. But here's the thing, and I think I mentioned this on this podcast recently or a while back, that I'm done talking shit about disc manufacturers for flashing, because it's such an easy fix.
It really is.
I'm just like, it's not even really worth. I mention it every time too, though. I say that I'm done, but every time I get a disc, I'm like, God damn, feel the flashing on this thing.
It's hard not to.
When it's not that hard to just kind of go over it.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't hurt my feeling. I'm still gonna throw the disc. Still gonna buy from that company.
The disc doctor's a good one too. Everybody, I mean, he don't even run ads with us or nothing.
No.
We have no dealings with disc doctor.
Yeah,
but that thing is nice to have on you.
I've used it 1 or 2 times. Jeremy Colling also champions that. I know at one point he did. It's
a good product.
Yeah, that's a great idea for some. Like, you would have thought that would have came out a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean,
or maybe
it's been out for a while,
at least a few years.
Yeah, a few. Yeah. I've known about it for probably 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, the disc doctor should be way bigger than he is.
Yes.
I mean, he went to fucking college. He went to medical school.
School, just to fix frisbee.
Yeah, that's hilarious. He went to clown college, basically.
The thing is nice though. Yeah. Go get you an Eagle L. You might be able to find one on Wrestle Disco.
Ooh,
I'm not sure.
You never know. Might be able to find it on Hyzer Creek.
Nah,
you wouldn't.
Nah. I hope everybody gets a good round in this weekend.
Yeah.
And I hope everybody has a great week. Enjoys Waco. Waco's one of my favorite courses. I know a lot of people say bad stuff about it for some reason, but I don't know, man. Is it nostalgia?
That's what
I'm wondering. The course is great.
I like the course. I like the course personally. It's got some iconic holes. 17's awesome. Like you were mentioning earlier, 18 over the water, iconic hole. But like,
what is it? 6 out of the tunnel, but then you got to go over the gully. I think it's 6, 7, maybe. Love that hole. I always love that hole.
And this year it will be 3 rounds.
Yes.
At the Beast.
Yeah, it's not a Elite Plus this week or this year. So they don't have that Lake Waco that I did not care for that fucking course at all.
Yeah. So
it's just three rounds at the Beast. It should be fun.
Yeah, I'm okay with watching 3 rounds at the Beast.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm stoked about Waco. Like you said, maybe it is nostalgia to an extent. Just I've seen it on coverage so many times. But this is one of my favorite events to watch.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
It's always fresh too. Like beginning of the season, you're still stoked. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, you got any picks for Waco?
I do, but I'm not telling you because we're both on Hyzer base in a league.
Yeah. Give 1 FPO and 1 MPO.
1 FPO.
We give 2. That's what we normally do.
Okay, 2. I'm gonna say Ezra's still hot. Go Ezra Robinson.
I like it.
And I want to think of something crazy for MPO, just kind of like a wild horse pick. I'm going to be just a little wacky and go Emerson Keith, just from how he finished at the cancer event. And that's not my actual pick, but just in case he does pop off.
It makes you sound smart.
Yeah. Then I'll be like, see, I told you guys, Emerson's fucking having he's coming alive.
I'm also going to ride Ezra. I think I looked at his scores from last year, and he shot very well at the Beast. Not so great at Lake Waco, very well at the Beast. So I'm going to ride Ezra. And how about this one? The GOAT, Paul Macbeth.
I like it.
I think he's won at Waco 3 times.
Okay.
So and I think he's getting back to the top of his game.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Macbeth, man.
I like it. Macaulay, give us yours while we do it. FPO. FPO, I'm going to go with Macaulay says Pablo and Rick.
So
for his MPO picks.
I'm not the only Paul guy. So
yeah.
I like those.
Ooh, and that would be great too, especially if it was like a first, second place thing. What if it was Paul and Ricky, the old guard? FPO, I'm going to go This is Kristen's first event back.
Yes. Do we know for sure? Like, did her passport and all that shit get straightened out?
Yeah, she made a post that when she changed her
Excuse me.
last name, she didn't go through the appropriate whatever you got to go
Paperwork.
through, the appropriate paperwork to get it to where she can. I don't know if her travel visa is valid. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but something where there was a holdup with her being able to travel, and hopefully she was going to be able to make it. I don't know if she ever got that sorted out or not.
I haven't seen anything.
That would be some shit if she missed the first few events.
And I do stalk
She is
her.
in Waco.
She is in Waco. Okay.
Macaulay confirmed she is in Waco. So yes, it is sorted out. They acknowledge that her last name is Lat, and they're cool with it. But I will say go strong on KT still. And I'll have to go with the Merchanator.
Oh, I love it. I like that. I'm always for Cat.
Mm-hmm. Macaulay says KT and Own.
That's not bad
Two
picks
solid
either.
picks.
Yeah, not bad picks either. I'm gonna go not KT.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go. I want to go Silva, dude. I think she could play. I like her, even though she don't have the distance that the other ones do. But I like her, and let me see. I always want to go Holland, but I'm not going to go Holland. Let's go Evelina.
Yeah,
easy pick.
Smart pick. My between KT, I was either going to do KT or Ella.
Oh, Ella, man,
she's hot right now.
Well, I mean, she does great at Waco. I'm gonna change mine now with Ella. Yeah.
Okay.
Ella. Hey.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna change mine to Ella.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Let's do. Love you guys. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.